welcome. This is Sahara playing Dragon Age Inquisition. We are back in Skyhold. I sold some equipment, moved some stuff around. I see I have Iron Bull wants to speak to me, so I need to go there. So I thought since I'm here, I'll go ahead and talk to Cassandra, see if anything is updated with her.
Hello again.
Your advice?
Do you have any advice for me?
You know what you need to do, Inquisitor.
Alright, that's what I thought.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Alright. I did talk to an NPC person, clicked on their name, and they gave me a new operation to update. So I have to go to the war room anyway. I also found some more books laying around. How about you? You gonna have an operation for me?
Inquisitor.
Anything new? No.
I should go.
Alright. Let's see here. I want to talk to Sutherland too, because he usually always has something new. How about Krim? Do you have something new?
Strode the winding road, defiant of the
You're right, sir.
Of course.
falls the hope.
Inquisitor?
How can we use you?
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the charges?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
Alright.
We'll talk later.
Alright, let's go talk. Who is this over here? Oh, she's the bard.
Could be better.
The day finds you of well and sturdy health.
Okay. I wonder if he has anything. He usually never does, but we'll see. Oh, I think I saw a book back there.
Inquisitor.
How is morale?
What's the current mood?
Spirited enlightenment. Also drunk.
Or any no rumors?
What's the word out there?
Well, they once wore, now togs, now fashionable hats. Now they've seen something shiny.
Okay.
As you were.
Inquisitor.
Alright, so I think I saw a book back here. I did. So that's 27 to 48. Can't get in that door. Maybe one of these days I will. Alright, let's go talk to Iron Bull.
I see. What did I tell you?
Did you have to talk to me about, boy? Mr. Iron? Oh? Oh.
Ah, come on, Krim. I'm working my ass off trying to get you to see that move.
You still got plenty of arse left, Chief. Your worship.
Glad you came by. I got a letter from my contacts in the Ben Hasrath. Already verified it with Red.
Should this be private?
Do you want to discuss this alone?
Not like I was hiding it from my boys. Besides, right now, I need to hit something.
Oh.
You know they've got training dummies, Chief.
The training dummy might actually defend itself against the shield bash. Anyway, the Ben Hasrath letter.
You're supposed to just watch? Well, what's in the letter?
What did the letter say?
The Ben Hasrath have been reading my reports. They don't like Corypheus or his Venatori. And they really don't like red lyrium. They're ready to work with us. With you, boss. The Qunari and the Inquisition, joining forces.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't trust them.
That would be an unprecedented offer if I believed it was legitimate, which I don't.
Now, ordinarily that would be the way to go, but they've identified themselves. They're not running a game on you. They found a massive red lyrium shipping operation out on the coast.
They wanted us to hit it together. Talked about bringing in one of their dreadnoughts. Always wanted to see one of those big warships in action.
Did you see that? Go get some water. They're worried about tipping the smugglers, so no army. My charges, you, maybe some backup.
What does this alliance really get us?
They wouldn't use the word alliance if they didn't mean it. Naval power. More Ben Hasrath reports. Qunari soldiers pointed at the Venatori. It could do a lot of good.
What do you think about it?
You don't seem entirely happy about this.
No, I'm good. It's, I'm used to them being over there. It's been a while.
You don't want them to spread?
I thought the Kunari wanted to extend their reach to the whole world.
Yeah, just didn't think I'd see it. Look, the Qun answers a lot of questions. It's a good life for a lot of people. But it's a big change, and a lot of folks here wouldn't do so well under that kind of life. I guess it's not like we're converting. This is just us joining forces against Corypheus. On that front, I think we're good.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't want to be under the Qun, but then we thought that under in Curveball too, and the elves went with them. So I'll do it.
I think the Inquisition could use some help from the Kunari.
Good. I'll pass on word to Cullen and Red. We can set up the meeting whenever you're ready.
Okay. Codex unlocked. I don't think I've looked at any codexes recently. Creatures. Oh, here's one. Fear. Because we just did a fear demon. Imagine, if you will, the most basic impulses possessed by mankind. Rage, hunger, perhaps the most primal is fear. Even the youngest of us understands this concept, and the raw power of it drives almost all else. A demon that preys upon fear is not the most sophisticated sort of creature. They mimic forms they see in the nightmares of mortals, hoping to elicit the response they crave. Some of these demons, however, stumble upon terrors that are much more deeply rooted, fears of the future, of chaos and disorder, of failure. This sort of demon develops a far more refined palate, attacking the psyche of their target rather than seeking a simple scare. Beware the fear demon that gorges upon the terror of not only a single nightmare, but of a nation, for it will grow to such a size that it dominates the Fade. From a lecture by renowned Templar Sir Hayward. Yeah, and it was a fear... That was a nightmare. That wasn't a fear demon when we were in the Fade. I think there's another one here. Here it is. Nug. Oh, this must have been updated? I was sure before the Blight they were a whole lot more rare. Should ask a warden about that. If killing archdemons leaves nugs all over. And the poor things don't seem built for anywhere. I mean, they feed on anything, but they blister in the desert and freeze in the snow, and they're easier to track than your own arse. Everything eats them except me. The hands put me off. They have hands? Yet they thrive. But they thrive. Randy bastards outpace every tooth and claw. Anyway, my point is, the ones around the farm are so inbred, they're 5 colors and can't stop peeing. I'm selling them in the capital as elusive eastern bunny pigs. What did Father say about idiots with deep pockets? Excerpt from the private letters of Captain Bryn. Lap, Nug, Dealer, produced in evidence after 7 claims of water terrors and death following bites in the Garden District, 936. So is that the reason why there's so many nugs around? Because of the Blight? Oh, here's another one. Not the Blight, but because of killing the archdemons, so they're kind of related. Tusket. The curving tusks protruding from the snout are present in both males and females of the species. Rarely used in combat, the upper tusks play an important part in mate selection. It's believed that Tusket choose prospective mates based not only on the size, but also on the curve and even slight color variation found in another's tusks. Considering Tusket's bond for life, careful mate selection is crucial to the combined success of the herd. Bonded Tuskets have been seen gently clicking their tusks together as a sign of affection. The role of the Tusket's signature ornamentation in the mating process led to an unfortunate rumor that their tusks could increase virility in other species. Although unusually docile, Tuskets will defend themselves if cornered, or if someone attempts to saw off part of their anatomy. It's said Baron Vandermine lost 3 servants this way. Yeah, it's kind of like the thing with the rhinoceros horn. They think they're supposed to... I think that's an Asian belief that they're supposed to help virility. Okay, there's... Where is it at? Is it this one? Oh, it says it's locked. Oh, here it is. Canary dreadnoughts. Do you think it's hard to fight the Canary on land? You've never had to face them on open water. No wind, sails hanging limp, but those giant bastards keep coming. We'd always mocked the Canary for their mindless servitude, but we saw their discipline as they steadily crossed, their oars in perfect form, even as our gallery slaves flagged and faltered. They pulled alongside, their great ship twice the length of ours, and we drew still, ready for them to board. Instead, a great series of blasts rocked the waves, spewing smoke everywhere. Iron balls the size of a man's head flew as though fired from a bow. They ripped through hull, mast, and sailor alike. Our ship came apart like a child's toy. I'd have died in the water had a trading ship not come by to investigate the wreckage. That was the day I learned that although the Imperium might win the war against the Canary on land, it will never defeat them on sea. It was also the day I decided to try life as a merchant's guard. Okay. That kind of makes sense. All right. So Cassandra didn't have anything to say. Does he have anything more to say? I seriously doubt it. Out of the way there. Oh my gosh, really?
Hey, you need me?
Nope, I didn't think so.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Okay. Up to
I'll ask
talk
around
to
again tomorrow.
Sutherland.
Well, let me know what you find.
Oops.
Through the ashes in the sky. Where's the one
He's over here. Oh, she's got a book in her thing too. Anything new for us?
Inquisitor.
Nope. Alright. Oh, you can't get to Sarah unless you go all the way around. It's a pain. Since I'm here, I might as well talk to Cole. She has a book over here I need to get. No, that's this thing. I was thinking it was. No. I thought she had a book. Oh, she does, right down here. There we go. Copies found, scattered in Skyhold.
Can't wait, what's on?
Nope. We're done.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Oh, come on.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't think Cole's gonna have anything to say. You never know. He might have a book up here too, right?
No, they don't. What did I tell you?
Oop, he does! Look at that! Okay.
Old pain, shadows forgotten from dreams too real. This side is slow and heavy, but here is what can change.
You're more human now.
May I ask how things are, now that you're more human?
It hurts. Everything hurts. Everyone remembers me now. I can only make them miss me for a few heartbeats. But I'm real. More real, anyway. And I understand more than I did.
Is that good or bad?
Why can't you make people forget you anymore?
Because I'm real. The forgetting was for both sides. They weren't frightened by me, and I wasn't hurt by them. Making people forget was a defense against people attacking me, and having what they saw in me stick. Because I'm real, everything sticks. Whatever people think or feel about me stays.
That's not good. Oop.
Can you still help people if you can't make them forget?
It's harder. I can't start over if I do it wrong. But seeing me changes them. They know a person wants them to hurt less. That helps.
Okay, so there was good and bad about it, pros and cons.
You're still able to sense the feelings of others, aren't you?
Yes, I still feel things, flashes of their minds. Pain, hurt, all of it. It's not so loud anymore. I make more noise myself, so I don't hear as much unless I want to. I remember more things, though. It lets me learn. I sometimes see why something I said would bother Cullen. Maybe I'll do it less.
So you are learning, okay.
What's the difference between you and a spirit now?
Spirits are... they just are. Most of them sense something that interests them and stick to it. They don't remember much. It keeps them pure, but it also keeps them from learning, from growing. I wanted to help people, but I only knew enough to do it in the simplest way. Now I can see more. I also want to hit. Varric is helping with that.
Yeah. Want to hit people more. Yeah, people are frustrating, aren't they, Cole?
Are you still physically the same, or are you fully human?
I was always fully human. I can do everything I could do before, except make people forget. The way I move comes from my mind, not my body. As long as I remember some of the Fade, it remains. My body is just like the real Cole's, except that he was a mage. I'm not.
Why aren't you a mage?
I can't know for sure, but the real Cole, his father beat him, killed his
Wow.
mother. His sister might have died, too. I don't know if that was real or what the demon made me think. Then the Templars threw Cole in darkness and starved him, all because he had magic. He thought that if he didn't have magic, I'm what he wanted to be. Him, but normal. So no one would hurt him.
I guess that makes sense.
Goodbye.
I guess that makes sense.
I'm here.
How would you like to get out of here? Maybe do something fun?
I don't know. I've never tried.
Come on.
Oh, really? What are we gonna do? Okay.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence. May I bring a sampling of fine cheeses for you and your guest?
I don't eat.
Well then, just a bottle of a fine Ghislaine White to start.
You don't eat, but how do you maintain
Please
your
enjoy
body?
your meal this evening, your worship.
How do you maintain your body if you don't
He
eat?
saw me. They all see me.
That should be normal. It's a good step.
Next you'll be eating and drinking and everything else.
What else is there?
Have you used the privy yet? That should be enlightening.
I find people when their pain leaves them open. I ease the pain. I leave, they forget. That was enough for me. Now they remember, and I'm not sure...
Cole?
I told you about Reese, the mage who could see me, my friend. My only friend for a long time. Evangeline showed me that Templars could be kind, but even she...
Are you gonna get dark?
Cole, if this is troubling, we don't have to talk about it.
Gentle. You watch me walk into darkness over and over, and you always worry. Thank you. But this isn't about them. It's about... When I found out I wasn't human, when I grew, I lost Reese. I lost my only friend. That's why I was scared about letting all these people see me. That's why I laughed.
You're hiding the fear? You made yourself laugh. You're hiding the fear?
You're covering the fear with laughter.
No. This world taught me that changing means losing your friends. But now I know that doesn't have to be true. I have enough self to know that what I felt was foolish. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it is. I agree.
It's another good step, Cole.
I might like being human. What do you think I'll learn next?
Wait till you fall in love. Then you won't want to be human. Not anymore. No. Oh, okay, that was an interesting thing. So that answered the question about him, whether he wanted to be human, whether he's like being human. I suppose I should have asked him that at the beginning.
It's good to spend time with you,
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
if you like.
He changed that whole thing. Alright, so let's see Cullen, how he's doing. Oh, who the hell are you? Lord Trifles? I don't remember you being up here.
Inquisitor, you have done much, but have you the stomach for the Quizquisition?
The what?
What?
It begins now, and there is a timer. Thedas encompasses many wonders. What is currently considered this land's largest city?
The largest city is not the Coon, because the Coon is, these are all, that's a god, that's a religion. I think it's Ravenna.
The land they call Ravane.
Incorrect. An unfortunate lapse into non sequitur. We will continue when I have time and the wind calls me.
What the hell? What? Okay. I'll have to remember he's there. It didn't give me, I was going to say Orlais, but it didn't show up. Or, oh, do we have a book? Yes, we do. We got a book. Okay, so I need to go to Cullen. He's over here, I believe. Where are you at? See, he disappeared off of here. There's Cole. There's... Oh, I gotta maybe have to go up one? He used to be up here. Where'd he go? There's a book. Well, there should be a book. This is on the other side of the door. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, here we go. I just get to it right. Oh, come on, turn around. I would like to get this done. Okay, so... So where in the hell is he at? He used to be up here. Just gonna end up being somebody's bed eventually? Or bedroom? I don't know where he's at? He's disappeared. I don't know. There he is. That's not him. What are you doing here?
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentagast.
Okay. And she's down here. So what's going on, peoples? Here we go.
Hello again.
Where's he at? He's not here.
Do you have any advice for me?
We must keep an eye on the College of Clerics. The moment they elect a divine, things could change quickly.
Do you have any advice for me?
Watch the new recruits. Liliana says spies are inevitable, and I agree.
Do you have any advice for me?
You know what you need to do, Inquisitor.
That's
No?
enough for now.
Another time, then.
So, I suppose I should have read that journal entry. Oh, wait a minute, I just saw the question mark right here. That's over in this thing, or is it up there? I think it's in here. Oop, here we go.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't.
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit? We will speak of this later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium.
He was determined, yeah.
It seemed very important to him.
It's not a decision to be made lightly. But now, Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
So yeah, why didn't he tell me?
Why didn't he come to me?
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
Who should I listen to here? And I don't know, should I listen to Cullen? Should I listen to you?
Cassandra, did you refuse Cullen's request because he's wrong, or because you want him to be wrong?
Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time.
But lyrium helps him. But lyrium is what helps him not, against the mages, right? They're not susceptible to the magic from the mages then with lyrium. So where is he at now? There he is. Okay. No, it's just fighting to get there. That goes up that away. We gotta find another book. See in this one? Yep, he's in this way. Okay. Can't believe I did it the first time.
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter. Forgive me.
Talk to me.
Cullen, if you need to talk.
You don't have to. I never meant for this to interfere.
Are you going to be all right?
Yes. I don't know. You asked what happened to Ferelden's circle. It was taken over by abominations. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. I was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that?
That's
Still,
true.
I wanted to serve. They sent me to Kirkwall. I trusted my Knight Commander, and for what? A fear of mages ended in madness.
Yeah, it did.
Kirkwall's circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life?
You have bad timing? You're taking too many. No, I totally understand.
Of course I can.
Don't. You should be questioning what I've done. I thought this would be better, that I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it. I should be taking it.
Good. Just do your job. Wow. Should he or should he not take lyrium? I can see why he wants to. I can see why he wants to get off of the lyrium because it is an addiction and it will always keep him under its control. Whoever has a lyrium has the control of him, and I understand that. Just do your job. No lyrium, that's an order. Well, I do care about what he wants. It doesn't have to be romantic.
This doesn't have to be about the Inquisition. Is this what you want?
No. But these memories have always haunted me. If they become worse, if I cannot endure this...
Don't give up. No, don't give up.
You can.
All right.
All right, class completed. So what are you going to say now? Hello?
I need a moment. Could we speak another time?
Sure. Okay. That was 3 power. Okay. I think it's time to go to the war room. I say the war room, but it's the war council. We need to look at stuff. And oh, I changed my throne. I changed some stuff, the windows, things like that. It's like, why not? Your books in here? Alright. Let's see what we got. Have anything new on Ferelden's side? We do. A couple. The Arl's Invitation. Ambassador, I cannot thank you enough for inviting me to act as the Inquisition's champion at the Grand Melee. You will be glad to hear I did not disgrace you. I placed a respectable 10th. Although I did not manage to win us either title or lands, I did secure several trade agreements with the Banyan for the Inquisition. I thought that might please you more than a dank estate. Yours, Sir Danor. And we didn't want them to win. Anyway. Okay, so Revenge of the Merchants Guild. Oh, this has to do with Barrick. An unsent letter from Barrick waits in the war room addressed to Jerick Dace, Denerim Merchants Guild. Jerick, I need a key to the Merchants Guild cipher from 1 month ago, and you still have payments left on the loan house Detrus gave you for your rescue mission to Amgorak. So I think we can make a deal. I get the cipher and your debt disappears like financial magic.
Any news on why Corypheus is sending people to explore elven ruins of all things? No, I suspect he keeps the reason secret, even from his inner circle.
I imagine he does. And Nightingale, since I know you'll open this and read it before it gets sent, don't bother to keep a copy. The guild changes their codes every month because dwarves are naturally paranoid. Barrick Thutterus. Okay, so Lillian tells Josephine, send a letter to Denerin. Getting this cipher will help Liliana find the killer. Yes. Thutterus, are you still skipping out on meetings? You'd have a copy of this already if you showed up once in a while. Not that I mind. I'm happy enough to trade you a worthless piece of parchment for 1,000 crown debt. Jarek, a note has been added to the bottom in another hand. Message deciphered. Translation follows. My name is Varric Thutterus, and I'm a Bronto-licking backstabber who steals customers. Shrivner. New operation unlocked. Hard and Hightown, a worthy dwarf. So we got a new operation, huh? Where? I don't see it on here. Oh, is this it? Yep, it is. Alright. Harvest of History. A letter from the Inquisition apothecary Ellen Venmal, directed to the Inquisitor alone. Inquisitor, I am not, by several estimations of character, a nice person. As they say, one must have a past to carve a future. Do they say that? Perhaps I should clarify that I say that. And for my own reasons, I am here, and I serve. I trust that you see the value in that and would invest in protecting it. Certain resources of mine are in the hands of another. Said person helped create my recipes. The value of my work is lessened if it is duplicated elsewhere. It is not a matter of recovery so much as denial. Who knows who might receive benefit of this brewing doppelganger? You are free to ignore this situation, but would it not be better for the resources of the Inquisition to be unique? If this person were simply gone, the location of a freehold follows, and the name Istimus Godson. We're hardly in a place to be precious about a single life. You decide what serves our cause, and we will see to it. The hold is near, Treventer territory that is unknown or in dispute. The hold is near Treventer territory that is unknown or in dispute. If we are to hobble this person on a hunch, raise the fields, but do not stoop to outright killing. If we have doubts about this person, it is a simple matter to have a local lord imprison him in relative comfort for the duration of our concern. So, the person who took over doing the plants, nice person, as they say, one must have a past to carve a future. Do they say that? Perhaps I should clarify that I say that, and for my own reasons. I am here, and I serve. I trust that you see the value in that and would invest in protecting it. Certain resources of mine are in the hands of another. Said person helped create my recipes. The value of my work is lessened if it is duplicated elsewhere. It is not a matter of recovery so much as denial. Who knows who might receive benefit of this brewing doppelganger? You are free to ignore this situation, but would it not be better for the resources of the Inquisition to be unique? This person were simply gone. So she wants us to kill someone? We're hardly in a place to be precious about a single life. You decide what serves our cause, and we will see to it. Huh. The hold is near Treventer territory that is unknown or in dispute. If we are to hobble this person on a hunch, braze the fields, but do not stoop to outright killing. So does she want the recipes back? A simple matter to have a local lord imprison him in relative comfort for the duration of our concern. I don't want to kill him. No, let's go with Josephine on this.
Let us begin.
As ordered, Estimus Goodson now resides in an allied lord's tower cell, attended by polite but hooded servants. Claims against him seem dubious, but there is no denying that he was stocked to supply significant force should one have come calling. Josephine. A note from the Inquisition apothecary. Interesting times, Inquisitor. Though it was not the final action I was hoping for, I thank you for this interjection. I look forward to ensuring the health and effectiveness of the Inquisition for as long as needed. Yeah, we spoke to her in the garden. So she wasn't happy, but she wanted us to get rid of them altogether. Well, and we weren't going to do that. A worthy dwarf, hard in Hightown. Ruffles, Nightingale, and various agents named after crummy jobs. Thanks for looking into this bullshit mess for me. Based on what you've told me, there's only one person I can think of who specifically uses Bronto liquor as an insult and also can't write worth a damn. Worthy, an acquaintance of mine from Kirkwall. Although why he do all this, I have no idea. I'll owe you all drinks, Varric. We should capture Worthy ourselves and question him about how he infiltrates Skyhold. Yeah, I kind of agree. We should give this information to the Kirkwall Guard. They'll want to arrest Null. I'm with Liliana.
Inquisitor.
Nightingale. We removed the dwarf from his home in Hightown. He had another manuscript in progress, which we burned, doused in acid, and threw into the sea. Apparently he has a beef with Barry for setting up the champion of Kirkwall with another rune crafter. He ranted about better beards and true dwarves, and then declared himself the greatest writer in Thetis, at which point Fletcher laughed so hard she started choking. That dwarf is a menace, and he claims he didn't send a note to Skyhold. Oh. Cooper. So he didn't? Then who did? Interesting, huh? We have nothing more on here. So if he didn't send that note, who did? Well, we have 155 power. Alright, so we have several here. We have the College of Magi. A situation is unfolding in the Navaran city of Cumberland, location of the College of Magi, which, until the outbreak of the Mage Rebellion, was the philosophical heart of the Circles of Magi. Now mostly abandoned, it has become the home to a number of mage refugees. This has drawn the ire of local citizens, and mobs are threatening to assault the college and burn it to the ground, with the Duke Sandro Anaxis doing nothing to stop them. Inquisition agents suspect that Venatori agents are behind the mobs, looking to recover artifacts from the college once its magical defenses are breached. We should send in agents to evacuate the college. They can be brought to Skyhold along with their artifacts. I agree on that. Sending a force to occupy the college, we can protect the innocents and recover anything useful. His diplomacy with Duke Sandro, he must be convinced to intercede. He won't, though. I agree with her.
Let's see what we have.
My agents were successful. Our dwarvian warrior, Corbin, led a foray into the college of magic and emerged with both the mage refugees and whatever artifacts could be transported, all before the Navarran mobs finally stormed the gates. If the Venatori were behind this, they have been disappointed, and the refugees expressed their relief and their thanks for the rescue. So we got influence and we got enhanced life ward amulet. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. But this one, the Turbenter resistance connections. Oh, this is for Josephine. Our open support of Magister Tillia had both good and bad results. The Imperium looks on the Inquisition with scorn, primarily based on its religious views regarding the Herald of Andraste, but they also view our growing power with respect. Magister Tillian sent her thanks and tells me that her opponents have backed off for the time being. She sent along some additional... Oh, this is completed. So why was it... Or did I click on the wrong one? Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. That's why. Never mind. The name of our enemy. According to Dorian, it might be possible to discover who Corpheus once was. Knowing he was human could make him less attractive to Treventer zealots who think of him as a god. Acquiring this information, however, is more difficult than one might suppose. Such ancient information could be found in the Magisterium's library in Marathras, but the Grand Archivist has so far replied to our message with polite misdirection. Dorian says he is the king of this particular castle and knows it. He might be blocking our efforts out of allegiance to Corpheus or simply because he can. Go around him. I can send an agent to infiltrate the archive and find what we need. Men like this respond to one thing, threats. He knows why you are, who you are, and doesn't want to be your enemy. Bribe the man with gifts and favors. This is normal for Treventer and what he expects. And that's true, Treventer is that way. The copy of the Liberium tomb that Dorian sought arrived at Skyhold, along with a number of items ranging from rare manuscripts to grimoires for magisters long dead. They came with a letter from the Grand Archivist apologizing profusely and stating a hope that his gifts will be of benefit to the Inquisition. It may take some time for Dorian to go through the tomb, but he seems optimistic that something within will prove of use. We got a wave blade. Okay. What is this? Alliances. Getting things moving. Many of the nobility of the Orlesian capital have settled that there are secondary differences and are rallying behind two families. The Desrosiers are old money, well respected, but viewed as traditional and stubborn. The Thebalds rose with a popular merchant consortium and are considered new money and progressive. While the intent of both families was to rival us politically, if we declare for one of them, we may manipulate events in our favor. Lord Perrin Desrosier has not asked for our allegiance, but may respect our rising might. Lady Belissi Tribald speaks of her investors and is interested in forward-thinking alliances. So we need to decide who we want to deal with. We certainly have the forces. That is a simple demonstration to make to the Desrosier. So he wants to go with the woman, Liliana. I can draw a number of agreements that tie us a little beyond his ceremony. That will gain the much initial interest of the Tribalds. Okay, she's in favor of the Tribalds, and he's in favor of the traditional. Do we want the progressives? For her investors, and is interested in forward-thinking alliances. I think if we're changing the world, which we are, then we need to go with forward-thinking. Too little beyond ceremony. That will gain the initial interest of the Tribalds. Yeah, let's do that. I will not turn my back on them, but we have established agreements with the Tribalds. Their initial hatred of the Inquisition was a device, and they are willing to have us in their favor. Josephine. New operation unlocked. Okay. So what's the new operation? Forging a way forward. Lady Tybalt is asking for closer ties and access to training partners as she tries to circumvent the traditional blockages of the allegiance in the capital. Some houses have switched sides, others ceded holdings entirely to avoid the shame of officially losing all standing. More and more, they are concerned with station and alliance over whatever objections they stated about the Inquisition. Support her indirectly so that she knows of our support, but the others do not consider us so directly tied. I kind of agree with that. I can arrange assurances of forces if allies are attacked, a standard escalation of interest. We gained her trust with alliances. If we are willing to continue the relationship, it is only fitting that we strengthen those ties. I went Liliana on this. We gave her... yeah.
Let's see what we have.
The Tribald family is becoming a clear favorite in the way of station that is ongoing between the noble houses. The Borderlands have all but ceased to exist socially, and many are scrabbling to traditional alliances. Lady Eustace Richelieu has emerged as a strong voice at court and is suggesting several arranged marriages to solidify ties, and presumably the standing of her house as arbiter and matchmaker. I don't know what this has to do with anything, to be quite honest. So, reaching ever upward, there is a contender to rival the alliance with the Tribalds. Lady Richelieu sent the following letter. The Desrogiers are a stubborn threat. The most efficient way to deal with them is to nullify with social alliance, but the only pairing of import is unavailable because the Tribald daughter has betrothed herself elsewhere. She has the luxury of such a wasteful pairing because of the Inquisition bearing the weight of this partnership. Our hands are tied. You face the difficult task of attacking the status of Lord Desrogier unless you were to demand that task of the Tribalds. If their investment were more taxing, they would be more inclined to an arranged match for the daughter, and that is a well-respected currency in Orlais. In Lord de Rogier's good name, his way is honorable conflict. With careful words, he will be powerless before he steps in court. I cannot claim it would be popular, but it would hardly be unusual for an allied partner to ask for such a concession, such is the way of the nobility. I'm not quite understanding what all this is doing. They're trying to get someone to get married. Let's go with Liliana. We received word from Lady Eustace Richelieu, who presumes more and more to speak for the Theobalds. She is also quick to use us and we, Liliana. Lady Richel's letter follows. A bold move, Inquisitor. Lord de Rocha was mortified, if not mortally so. It is said he cannot bear to show his face, and face is all many of his generation value. I do hope he will do nothing drastic. I also hope that the names behind us remain willing to commit what is necessary to solidify the lines that have been established. We shall see, in your gracious service. Amulet of Power. Oh, who's that for? We'll have to look and see. One more. Dorvian slaves in Venatory hands. Oh. A report from one of Cullen's forward scouts. Sightings in the north are Red Templars with armor and weapons adorned with Dorvian runes. There are no known entrances to the deep roads in that area, and no missives from Ozamar about missing traders, but they keep next to non-existent records of surface dwarves. The Venatori may be making use of Dorvian slaves, possibly from Treventer. Not their usual preference, but also not the first unusual thing they have done. Recommend further investigation in force. Well, this is Cullen. If there's a hint of a Venatori enclave, especially when it's supplying weapons, we need to crush it. I agree.
Inquisitor.
A report has arrived from the site of the suspected Venatori enclave. It is nonsensical given accepted historical record. Located Venatori enclave. Fires on approach. Assumed that they torched their camp while retreating. Not the case. Camp already destroyed. Venatori dead. Dwarvian tools found, but no dwarves, alive or dead. One deep-stalker corpse found. Signs of blight corruption. Best guess, Venatori surprised by forces emerging from the camp. Well, assumed they left the same way. Well collapsed in passage possible. Enclave scoured for resources for return to Skyhold. On return to Inquisition camp, a message found next to a newly opened sinkhole. We always come for our own. What about you, Inquisition? Wow. So, the dwarves came and got their slaves. Rescued their own. Interesting. An offer of help on their terms. A letter on dark vellum with obviously dwarvian markings. A hole in the surface Earth's precious sky. Not our concern. But the thing that did it? If this Magister shit really brought the blight and the darkspawn, we're no friend of that. Follow these instructions and you'll catch your enemy sleeping. Tell your soldiers not to leave the main tunnel. That's your only warning. Blimus, whatever his name is. The letter ends with a map to a cave system and the number of troops that can pass. They hold their secrets dear, do as they say, no more, no less. They can have their secrecy, but we don't know the threat on the other side of that passage. I'd send double that to even a threat of Venatori. Potential relations with another Dwarvian Thag would be far more beneficial than a minor strike at the Venatori. At the least, send ambassadors with our soldiers. They hold their secrets dear, do as they say, no more, no less. I agree with Liliana, dwarves are not easy to deal with. Our soldiers report that they passed through the tunnel without incident and surprised a sizable Venatori encampment. After the battle, they had to find a different route back because the tunnel had been collapsed. They found this letter. Liliana. A letter on dark vellum with obviously dwarven markings. You follow instructions well. Respect of our territory is a first step. We shall see. Arming Module 3. Is this for Bianca? Interesting. So we got stop inventory activity in the west. Oh, we already did that one. Okay, then what is it I was trying to click on here? Oh, here it is. A crew of ambassadors. A report in Cullen's hand. A request worth considering. Using a smaller, focused group for patrols has allowed a presence in areas where soldiers would intimidate and diplomats are looked on with suspicion. Sutherland and his group apparently crossed paths with an unusual Dwarvian work detail, and now we have an unexpected opportunity. An outreach to the mining caste of Ozmar. They're asking for help finding a lost expedition of drifters and offering a sizable rewards. Specifically requested was the company that showed you're not all sky mad. Targeted help and no interference. A small group in the deep roads can do great things. Well, we need to send Sutherland. We'll secure enough of the surrounding area to ensure that they can proceed without distraction. A rare chance for exchange. They'll have writs to bargain. It's more than bargaining. Sutherland and Company returned with sizable resources, a cadre of support personnel, and promises of future trade with the mining caste directly. Their ambassadors, whether intentioned or not. Cool. Notched. But that was good then, maybe? I'm sorry, I just need to clear this off. Okay. Destroy Adamant Fortress. Oh, yes. Inquisitor. Per my earlier recommendation, I'd like permission to send some of the charters to Adamant Fortress. The Inquisition already destroyed most of it. My troops can tear down enough of the rest that it doesn't turn into a stronghold for demons or Venatori or whatever else is out there causing us trouble. It took all our forces to break Adamant. I'd happily spare some men to ensure the safety of the charters. Yep, we'll do that.
Right.
Okay. And then one more. What is this one? Protect Belgammon from Darkspawn. Let's save that for another time. Do we need to open this up? Wicked eyes and wicked hearts. An assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corpheus. At the Winter Palace of Halamishir, Celine is holding peace talks with her rebellious cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, under the guise of a grand ball. Every noble in the Empire will attend, making it the perfect place and time for Corpheus's assassin to strike. We can arrange an invitation to attend to keep him from destroying Orlais if we hurry. Yep, we're gonna do this. Recommended levels 12 to 15, and we are,
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
okay.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
Okay.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
So how do we know that she's not getting our notes? How do we know that if they're being intercepted? Because we're not getting a response back, so we're assuming that?
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Gastrop has the Chevaliers? Yeah.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Yeah. That's not good.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
So Celine had an elven lover?
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
So tell me about Celine.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Selene is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
That's true. So Gaspard is Celine's heir,
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Well, that's a lot to consider, I agree.
You've given me plenty to think about.
With Gaspard and Celine's armies entrenched, we cannot openly march troops to the palace.
My agents will ensure your soldiers get inside, but it must be a few at a time to avoid attention.
Understood. Just give the word. We'll begin.
Do I want to do this now? Wicked Eyes. An assassin is stalking the Empress. Power cost 30. Would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corpheus. Recommend levels 12 to 15. I'm just looking at the time here. Oh, it's over an hour. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and confirm it. Because we're going to do it eventually, right? And, so we're going to take, since we're going to court, Cassandra, Vivian, and who we want for our rogue. Probably Varric. I can't. Sarah would be fun to take because you know she's going to be. Look at her. Look at that picture of her. Their hand down between her legs. Yeah. She would be an interesting combination to take. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I imagine this is going to go to a cutscene. Acquired
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
I thought we were supposed to
Inquisitor
mask.
Trevelyan,
Okay.
we meet at last. I've heard so much about you. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
Which emperor is that? Yeah.
And which one was the rightful one again? I keep getting them confused.
The handsome, charming one, of course, my lady. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
Aren't we exciting people? I'm not here for a party. So we had to use him to get an invitation to the ball. So he's going to be using that to his advantage. And I'm going to end up closing this episode right now, because it's over an hour. Like I said, I don't know how long this is going to go on. And those flowers are so pretty. So if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.